Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Happy New Year. Welcome to the first wine and chat of 2022. Oh, isn't it crazy? Oh my gosh. Oh, good. Michelle's here. Hey, Michelle. And Suzanne was already on like 20 minutes ago commenting. I didn't know you could comment on YouTube before we even started, but Suzanne figured out how to do it. So she's drinking I can't even say that, muscadine wine from a local vineyard. That sounds yummy. And we have Matt and Brittany here. Hey, Matt and Brittany. We were hanging out together over on Laura Mormino's live chat the other night, and I think that's just so cool to be able to see some of the smears on different lives of different YouTubers. So I think that's so cool. Welcome. Happy New Year. Welcome. All right. So it is a new year. And so don't be surprised if your name shows up like Facebook user and you've been on before. All you have to do is go to the top, and if you like, you can click StreamYard.com/Facebook, and you just give them permission for me to be able to see your name and your profile picture. It's just a little Facebook nuance. So if you're on YouTube, you're all good. I can see your name. If not, if you want to just say like this, you're more than welcome to. And if you want, you can just throw your name at the end if you don't want to give them permission. All right, welcome everybody. This is a good one. I'm going to apologize now if you hear me cough here and there. I have been a little bit under the weather all week since last week. So that's why this wine and chat was postponed in kind of like a surprise wine and chat. So don't be too surprised if you hear me cough or need to take a second. So I apologize for that. But of course, we're going to start our wine and chat in our typical fashion. What is everybody drinking on tonight? Can be alcoholic or non-alcoholic. Tonight, I know. I got tea, and it's not even a hot toddy, y'all. It's tea. But I put ice in it to make it feel like I'm more festive. So cheers to everybody to a happy new year, and 2022 is going to be great. So let me know what's everybody drinking on tonight. Oh, comments are coming in, and there may be a little lag in the comments here and there, so just heads up. Oh, let's see. We've got Sprite. Yum. And thank you. She loves my mug. I got these at a thrift store. It's a set of 4, but I could only find 2. And I'm really upset because there's like a little crack in the handle. So I got to try to fix it. But I also have Donald. I have Donald and Goofy. So can't go wrong there. We don't need the rest of them. Let's see. Jessica's drinking tea. Oh, yay. We're in the tea club today. Coquito. We love Coquito in this household. We have a whole Spanish side of our house. And let me tell you, when we go have Christmas Eve together, there's always coquito, and it's all homemade. It's so good. Love coquito. Hi, Constance. Welcome. Oh, we got a Coke drinker. Oh, gosh, you lost your taste. Oh, that's so frustrating. I'm glad you got it back, though. Let's see. Happy New Year, Lisa. Yes, root beer. Oh, that's yummy. We got a lot of soda drinkers on tonight. I'm loving it. Coke Zero. Let's see. Alex, you've got to make it easier. I moved to YouTube. Yeah. Also, I know a lot of people stream onto their TVs now, which is like, oh my gosh, do I need to start putting on makeup on their TVs and such? But so I'm glad YouTube's working out for you as well. You're more than welcome to watch on our YouTube, our Facebook group, or our Facebook page. We stream to all 3 at the same time. And then we record this. This all gets reloaded onto there right after we're done. So if you or a friend couldn't watch the whole thing or couldn't make it, you can go watch this later. And I promise there's good info on here. Oh, Constance, you're good. I can see your name just fine, ma'am. You don't even need the StreamYard link. Ooh, a Sam Adams winter lager. Oh, I'm not a beer drinker, but I've heard like the winter ones and like the seasonal ones are the best ones. White chocolate mocha. Oh, we got a coffee drinker. Is it like coffee mocha? Oh gosh, it's late. It's 7:00 here. Let's see. Oh, and we got another Diet Coke drinker. And we got somebody that's new to So Magical. Welcome. Yes, I see a lot of new faces on here or people who are who've been on our group or our other channels but are just now joining us for the first time this year. So welcome to all y'all, and then of course welcome back to all my my smears, my So Magical squad who's been hanging out with us for the past couple years. Ooh, Alfie's on. Hey, Alfie. He's drinking Coke tonight. Oh, it's 2 p.m. there? Okay, yeah, you need coffee then. It's that 2 p.m. slump, right? Oh my gosh, you're out in Cali, I'm assuming? Cali, Washington, somewhere out there, out on the way west coast. Oh, and it's only 4 p.m. Okay, well, you know, it's like almost my bedtime here. It's 7 o'clock here. Oh, yes, Constance, I did apologize when I first started. I am coming off of being sick, so hopefully by tomorrow, the next day, I should be okay. I just didn't want to push this wine and chat off till next week, especially when we've got ticket sales coming out, and I know there's a lot of burning questions. Oh gosh, Manny's really far out. She's all the way out in Hawaii. Well, welcome from all the way from Hawaii. That's really cool. I love seeing individuals who are all over the world. Really, I know it's American, but that's just it's out in the water. It's so far out. Valerie, water is very exciting. It's very good for you. I'm glad you're drinking some water, ma'am. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Constance. I appreciate it. I found it like the week after the last one ended. Oh, okay, that's good. Let's see. Thank you, Matt and Brittany. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're getting better here, so we're very thankful for that. Oh yeah, where is everybody from? Valerie says she's all the way from Florida. I knew that. And yes, Michelle, Hawaii. That's way out there. If y'all want, you can drop where you're from before I keep going. And then while y'all are telling me where you're from, I'll go ahead and pop this on in case any of our new folks that are joining us here don't already know. Our 2022 So Magical Expo in Florida will be from November 4th to 6th this year at Gaylord Palms again. And I know I keep getting these like burning questions about like where we're going to be at in Gaylord and who's coming and how's it going to be different than last year. And I promise, you know, we kind of keep some secrets here and there, but don't worry, it's all going to come out soon. Okay, let's see. Matt and Brittany are all the way from South Carolina. Hey, Deanna, welcome. Oh, we got another Floridian, Lisa, and then we got New Yorkers. Kentucky, Louisville. Am I saying it right? I apologize. I'm very bad with pronouncing city and state names. Colorado. Wow. Another Colorado. Florida. Another one. Oh, Deanna's lives in Florida, but she's in New Orleans this week for Fan Expo, I believe, right? That's very cool. Oh, we got Stitch and Nana. She's from Florida. And we got somebody this first time here. Another one. Welcome. I'm so glad you're joining us tonight. So yes, if you're new here, these are the dates down below. You can always just follow us on Facebook is really like the best spot, but we try to keep the emails going out. And you can always check out our website and awesome things like that. Oh, it was Kathy that said Florida. Hey, Kathy. And then we got an Illinois. And then Alex is all the way. I was right. You're out in Cali, right? Excuse me. All the way out in San Diego. Anybody see that movie? Okay. So yeah, I definitely wanted to preface that. So the really big reason why we wanted to make sure we got on this weekend was that we have tickets going on sale this coming week for the 2022 event. And I'll go ahead and pop this here. This seemed to be the easiest way for me to show the ticket dates. This is posted in the announcement section of our Facebook group too, if you ever needed to know. So there's 3 different ticket opening dates, and it's very key that and anybody has a question at any time while we're on here, feel free to ask, please. We're never shying away from questions, and we want to make sure everybody's getting all the correct information. So the first opening is going to be this coming Wednesday. I don't have a January calendar. I'm looking at December. It's going to be this Wednesday on the 12th, which is going to be open to first the individuals who are in our Patreon group. hopefully not to confuse anybody, Patreon is very separate. It's a subscription based membership that has nothing to do with our tickets or the perks you get with tickets, and it's just a fun way for you to get additional perks throughout the year, even when we're not at So Magical Expo. So one of the perks, if they're in the $10 tier and above, is they're able to get first dibs on tickets. That was the biggest perk. Yes, many of the tiers are sold out. It will stay that way until we decide and figure out how we're going to reconfigure the tiers of Patreon. We can't have too many people in every tier because then there'd be no tickets left for the general public. Now we're there. Keep in mind that the tiers are all different. They all have different benefits. Our very top tier gets 2 free VIP tickets as long as they're in the Patreon tier for 4 months. The next one down gets 50% off their tickets as long as they're in that tier for a certain amount of months. And then each tier going down, it just has different benefits and fun things they get. And we're always trying to add something new and different and fun to that. And if you want the link to the Patreon, you can check it out here. Again, before you go look and say, oh my gosh, they're all sold out. There are a few spots still available. There's really not too much left. But again, we're working on some really fun things for the Patreon members at the expo this year as well. Not just, discounts or additional raffle entries, but something like they can go in and be involved in and participate in. So definitely keep your eye out and check that out. And we'll release more information about Patreon as, the tiers get updated. We never remove people's benefits that they get, but there are chances that it gets tweaked or changed or added or just realigned. And we're also talking about potentially adding another tier in there to help alleviate how everything kind of flows. You always have the option to move up and down in the tiers as long as there's opening in those tiers. So just certain things to keep in mind. I see I have some comments and questions, so I'm going to make sure I'm looking at those. Don't want to miss anybody's questions. So the Patreon thing's going to go away, but you'll be able to see the ticket sales all go through here. But yes, the $10 tier and above, they're going to get first dibs to tickets on the 12th. On the 14th, which is Wednesday, I really hope I'm saying that right. I don't even have my phone on me right now. So Wednesday's the top 10 tiers, $10 tier and above. Anything below that, the $5 tier and below, that they open up on the 14th, one day before the general public. The general public, everybody else who's not in Patreon, will have access on the 15th. Each time they open, it'll be open at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Eastern Standard Time. That's my time here. Because yes, it's not super late at night, but it's also not super early in the day for the rest of you around the world. Let's see. We just have a lot of yays. Woohoo! Yay, tickets. We don't divulge how many VIP Plus and VIP tickets they're going to be, but they are capped. VIP Plus is very limited. For those who don't know, again, Michelle just put a great post up the other day. Actually, it was today. I apologize. My days run together right now. If I can find the image real quick, I'll try to pop it up here. But there is a image that we created that shows you the different tiers of what the tickets do. So the VIP Plus being the very top tier, that one gets you access to, I can't find it. It gets you access to the different, the early access to the classes. I apologize. I'm multitasking and I shouldn't be. Here it is. I found it. Look at that, guys. So I'm going to pull this up real quick so y'all can see. Here we go. Beautiful. All right. Can y'all see that here? I'm going to drop your comment down below, Valerie, and take this away so y'all can see this better. So if you look here, you can see the different tiers. So all the way on the left, you have the VIP Plus Pass. Every tier includes the welcome bag. The welcome bags all differ depending on what benefit or what category you're in of ticket type. So the VIP category, they get like the coolest stuff. They get the, you know, the more expensive stuff. The, you know, the vendors and the sponsors all go all out for these bags. All weekend bags are just one step below. They still get amazing, great things, but they differ from the VIP bags. Same thing with the one-day passes. The one-day passes are the same as all the other passes before, but you still get access to the classes. And then the one that is the lowest one, you still get a little welcome back. It's little, but it's a no class pass. And really, this is for if you want to just come do shopping or do an exhibit. You want to come do the fashion show. You want to go to the D-Stash Bash, do the meetups, but you don't necessarily want to take the classes. No class pass is for you. It's $10 in advance. The price is higher at the door. So I highly suggest that you know, if you're going to just do that, you get them online in advance. That gate closes down prior to the expo. And so you cannot buy those online before you get to the expo. Or you cannot buy those online at the expo. You have to buy them at the check-in area. So again, every tier gets the welcome bag in a varying type. Everybody gets half off parking at Gaylord Palms. So if you have to drive in for whatever reason, or if you're staying at the hotel, you get half off your parking rate. Everybody gets access to the hotel discounted hotel rates based on availability. Yes, all the rooms are currently sold out. However, we are working with Gaylord right now. We had a big room block. It already sold. So we're working with them to get another really big room block to make sure that anybody that only got, you know, Friday or Saturday night or haven't even gotten their rooms yet, we're working very hard to make sure that we get you some rooms. There is a very high chance that it's not the 169 rate and it's a little bit higher. But again, these are just things that we're working on. And I'm going to be honest and transparent with y'all that things could change when it comes to the cost, just because we sold out of their block and we're working very hard to get a bigger block for y'all. Everybody in every tier gets access to the vendor shopping hall, which is going to be amazing this year. We're going to drop 2 vendor names tonight who have already signed on with us. And it's going to be wonderful. Access to all the exhibits that include D-Stash Bash, the fashion show, the So Magical Lounge, the meetups, all those fun things. You get access to those as well. And then every tier gets 1 free entry to the fashion show as well. The 1-day passes and above all have access to classes. If you get a 1-day pass, so you get a 1-day pass on a Friday, you can only take classes on Friday. You can buy 2 separate 1-day passes and just come on 2 days. And then you get access to the classes on those days. The all weekend pass differs from the 1-day and the fact that you're able to go to the expo all 3 days and take classes on all 3 days. Then the next tier up, the VIP pass, again, you get the upgraded, amazing, wonderful welcome bag, and then you get the exclusive VIP shirt. And then the tier above that, the VIP plus pass, is all the same as the VIP plus or VIP pass, and you get the early class sign up. So these are super limited. And trust me, there are classes that always book out. And so if you can try to get these, this is like the most desired one. I know everybody's worried if they're going to get it or not. I apologize if they sell out, but again, we have to cap it for a variety of reasons. So I hope that answers everybody's questions on the tickets and how that works and what all that looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and drop that down. I hope that answered your question there, Valerie. How does the Patreon ticket purchase work? Okay, so you have to be in the Patreon group. I had the link up there a minute ago. I'll try to put it back up here in a minute. But just so you're aware, so you have to be in there. And it's not a special Patreon ticket. You just get access to all those tickets we just showed earlier than the general public. And then depending on what tier you're in, you may have the ability to get a free ticket or a discounted ticket. So that just check out those links and you'll be able to see kind of what that looks like. I'll pop that link back up here while I'm perusing the rest of your comments and questions. That's a great idea, Constance. Constance said maybe a Patreon only gift exchange. Yes, we have a poll currently going on on the main Facebook group about different types of meetups and exchanges and things like that individuals would want. So I would highly suggest you pop that idea on there and see how many people would be interested in doing that. And also, it's a great suggestion for maybe putting into the Patreon group as well. I like that. Hello, Yvonne. Welcome. Hoping to go shop on Saturday when we'll be at Walt Disney World and check things out. Yes. And so for you, the no class pass would be perfect if you just want to come shop and kind of check out what we are and what we do. Wonderful. $10. You come and hang out with us for a few hours and you're just going to love it. Oh, Ray's here. Ray's late, of course. And by the way, I mentioned earlier, Kathy Ait Said was on here. She's from Ait Said Creations, one of our 2021 vendors. Ray was one of our vendors as well. Emporium Threads. And yes, sorry, that's a great point. The no class passes, it's $10 per day. So if you only want to come for one day, it's just $10. If you want to come just to shop for 2 days, maybe you didn't get to see all the vendors, or maybe there's an exhibit you want to take on Saturday, but you really want to just come shop on Friday, you have to buy it $10 per day. Great point, Ray. Thank you. Constance said, I just received and opened my geeky hardware order of Haunted Mansion webbing. Oh, that's awesome. I love their webbing. I may or may not have bought some. Shh. And there's Melanie. Melanie is from Zorel in Kal-El. They were also one of our vendors from this past year. So welcome. So glad. I'm loving all the engagement. We get so much great engagement from not only our guests, but also our vendors and our teachers. And it's all just so wonderful. Ray says she's definitely for the Emporium Threads sponsored items that she's giving the welcome bag. She said she's going to do something special for Patreon folks. Oh, not the welcome bags. I'm sorry. It's one of our other plans that we're working on. Shh, don't give it away yet. Will the no class pass be able to see the fashion show? Yes, no class pass. So the fashion show is considered as part of one of the exhibits. And that is included in the ticket. So if you just want to come to the fashion show, again, you can just buy the no class pass and come do that. Or if you have somebody that wants to come hang out with you for the fashion show and then leave afterwards because maybe like the vendor hall or whatever is maybe not their jam, then they can just come hang out and watch the fashion show with you. Yeah, not the bag. Shh. Yes. We're working on another special Patreon thing that we're going to get the vendors involved in somehow. So, so yes, we're trying to open up another tier to help facilitate all that fun stuff. All right. So, any other questions on the tickets or Patreon and how all that works? Please feel free to let me know. Also, don't be shy to ask the questions on the group. But if you ever don't want to just do that, you can always PM. You can personally message me directly, and I can help you out as well. Yeah, so I think that's everything that we wanted to cover for sure on the tickets and all that. So again, any question can pop up at any time. Feel free to drop it here or on the group or message us. All right. One of the other things I wanted to mention today. Oh gosh, we got comments. Did I miss anything? Hey, I'm glad you made it too there, Gypsy. Welcome. Yes, secrets, Ray. Oh my gosh. Here we got another one. Are you still taking suggestions on vendors' classes, or is this past the deadline? No, it's definitely not. And that's a great point because I didn't even make a little bubble for teacher stuff. Teacher applications are open until the end of January. And then after that point, we'll close down the applications, and then we start digging through it and deciding who we're approving and what the classes will look like. And then we'll start rolling out the information for the classes. We love trying to drop a class or two here and there, once every couple of days to kind of give you all the information before the classes open up. But we always love ideas. We I don't do everything and that y'all do or that we have classes on. So I'm always looking for what's going on. What do y'all want to see? So you're more than welcome to. The survey link is still at the top of the announcements. You can go in there. Um, and we can also start a thread as well. Maybe Michelle, take a note um, on what additional classes you might want to see, things like that. But the best way to do is through that survey. And you can also message me directly if you know of a specific teacher who might be interested or doesn't have all the right information, or vendors or something along those lines. They're more than welcome to. I hope that answered your question there, Matt and Brittany. I keep wanting to just say Brittany because I know it's Brittany writing this, but I just see your name. I have to say it all together. um, Jessica says, I need some beginner friendly things. Yes, we always try to gear our classes to as many levels of difficulties as we can fit in the schedule. Obviously, the more advanced hard things we don't always get a lot of those because they take so much time. But beginner ones, yes, we're always very loaded on beginner because we want everybody to feel like they can go and learn a new craft or sewing technique or something without the fear of being like messing up or wasting time and money. And everybody's just so nice and so helpful in all our classes. So yes, beginner friendly. We definitely come loaded with those. Okay, I have this question here. So let's see. If you join the So Magical squad, can you gift? Okay, so I'm assuming you mean the top tier that we have. That I believe it's the Supreme Squad. I got creative with the names. The Supreme So Magical Squad. Can you gift the second VIP pass? I'll probably be going with my sister, but she's not into sewing, so she'll do her own thing while I'm at the expo. Yes, you are allowed to gift the second VIP pass. I wouldn't expect you to use both for yourself, so you're more than welcome to. If you've joined recently on that tier, or you're getting ready to join because there are a few spots left in that tier, I will send you a message on how it all works. But anytime you go to buy your tickets, if you're buying any ticket, you have to associate a name with that ticket. You can always transfer it later if that person is not able to come, but you have to associate a name with that ticket so we know who that belongs to, and making sure that person, when they go sign up in class, has a valid pass, if that makes sense. So yes, you're more than welcome to gift that second pass. Just fill out the name, or you can write your name. Yeah, just make sure you write a name and then message me if you have any concerns or questions. Ray says that Becky Hanna of Hanna Working should be one of the vendors, and we totally agree. She would be awesome. Very cool stuff. She's sponsored a giveaway in the past too, so we love all her stuff. I got a seam ripper around here that my room's a mess. You can't see it. It's the live magic. But yes, there's a seam ripper around here somewhere. Hello, welcome. Thank you for joining. Yes, the additional room blocks will come out this month. We don't have an exact date just yet because we're just finalizing all the details and all that fun stuff. So yes, you're more than welcome to book additional rooms, and it will be open here this month is the plan. And we will release it on all our social media streams, and we'll probably be sending out an email as well on the email subscription block. And you can join that by going to somagicalexpo.com and scrolling to the bottom. There's a spot there you can join our group. Are tickets transferable? Yes, they are transferable. You have to message me, or you have to message our staff on the contact us page, and we are able to then transfer that ticket over to a different person. But yes, they are transferable if you're unable to come. And please read the refund policy has changed for this year, and it is different. So when you go to purchase your ticket, you can read through all the nuances of that as well. We need ice cream scoops. I don't know who this is, but yes, we need ice cream scoops. That's a Patreon insider right there. So one of the perks of Patreon is we have a monthly Zoom call, and there's some very funny, interesting things that go on there. Ooh, the Dana pack is super confident, beginner friendly. Yes, we actually had the Dana as a class 2 years ago, and I really loved it. I think a lot of people enjoyed making that, and it was simple enough. Would love to bring that back as a class again. And yes, Lynn's Handmade. Anybody wants to go message Lynn's Handmade and say, "Hey, are you coming?" You know, we'll back you up on it. Yeah, and that's what we tell people is if you know of a teacher or a vendor that would be wonderful, sometimes it goes a long way for when they hear from their customers or hear from, just guests who want them to come, because then they feel like, oh my gosh, like, okay, maybe there is, sometimes when you sit at home at your computer and you have a virtual product or something, or you're not seeing the people all the time, you don't know how much people love you and love your product or love your personality. So and yes, there's several people that I know just sometimes need that like little nudge, and you just say, "Hey, you would be amazing. Why don't you join?" Like Lisa got JPI Blanks to come as a vendor last year, and they loved it, and they had a great turnout as well. But I don't feel like they would have ever known, or maybe they wouldn't have come potentially if they didn't have guests come out and reach out to them. So I just, yes, more than welcome, Mustango, to go reach out to Lynn's as well. We love Lynn's Handmade. Lindsay's just a sweetheart. Oh, I was tagging Becky to tell her to get in here. Oh, you were tagging her? Well, we still think she should join us as well. Hint, hint, wink, wink. She's another one that would be amazing. Let's see. Okay, more questions. Hold on. So, this is a great question. We get this a lot for somebody that's bringing their significant other, but doesn't know like what they'll want to do. If your significant other or your friend or whoever's coming with you maybe doesn't want to take classes, but wants to go shop the vendor hall with you, yes, they need a no class pass at a minimum. But if they're hanging out with you at the hotel and they're not coming to any exhibits, they're just there because you need somebody to go to dinner with later, or you have plans before and after the expo. They don't need a pass. It's just if they're going to participate in the exhibits, go shopping, or take a class, where that's the point in which they would need a pass, a ticket. So I hope that answers your question, Leah. I like how this turned into we're getting all the class ideas now. I love this too. I love a polymer clay class. Yes, that's become very popular nowadays too, where we can mold characters and also resin pouring. Yes, resin is a very big request as well this year. I think that's just wonderful that we're seeing just new crafts emerge and become more popular that may not have been in the in the past. So yes, love these ideas too, Elaine. Ray said JPI was amazing. They had such cool merch and so sweet. Yes, they were very sweet. Although we're getting all the love for JPI. Where are they at? They should join our lives too. They're your vinyl supplier. That's awesome. Vinyl, as in not vinyl fabric. I always have to preface this sometimes when I'm talking on here because we're all crafters. We're all sewists in some form. So vinyl, as in vinyl HTV, heat transfer vinyl, and like sticky vinyl, not vinyl fabric or faux leather, as some of us would call it. So yes. Message sent to Lynn's Handmade. Yes. Okay. Let's see how many people we can get to message Lindsay tonight. She's gonna message me afterwards and be like, "What did you do?" I'm gonna have to message her and apologize. We do talk. I do talk to a lot of these amazing business owners and teachers and YouTubers, and so she's gonna she's gonna have some words for me. It's gonna be a very interesting conversation later. Polymer would be fun. Very cool. I don't think I had thought about polymer. Resin was definitely brought up several times, so I'm glad to hear polymer is also a potential interest as well. I need an empty bag with me to fill up with merch. Yes, highly suggest bringing a very large bag. Those big IKEA bags? That would be ideal, honestly. Something like that size. I know a lot of individuals bring little carts as well, the little shopping carts that you can get, things like that. So, yes, definitely bring something. And the other thing, if you come to D-Stash Bash, we ran out of boxes for people to fill stuff up with. So bring a bag for D-Stash Bash, like a big bag, because you're gonna want one. Maybe in the future we'll try to provide them, but there's so many of y'all that come in and out of there. It's very hard to keep up with. But definitely look into bringing a bag to carry your items is. Yes, and Zorel is going big. Zorel wants to go bigger next year. See, look, I can't even. I'm announcing 2 vendors tonight, but I feel like half of y'all that are vendors are on tonight. It's just sneak peeking that you're coming. I love it. It cracks me up. Excuse me. I did say I was going to possibly cough, so. Yes. Another thing, if you're flying in, bring an empty suitcase because you're gonna need it for the stuff you bring back home. The welcome bag enough you could bring as a personal item, but I don't unless you're buying like a lot of small things, like you could go and dig through all the zipper pulls, you might be okay. But trust me, especially if you end up buying a machine, because let me tell you, our machine vendors also have like just amazing selections. Just trust me. Spring, yes, Jen, perfect advice right here. Will Brother and Scan and Cut make a comeback this year? Um, we are working on those details. I may or may not have a meeting with the Brother Scan and Cut dealer, the sewing studio, here in the next few days. So hopefully I can make fun announcements about things like that very, very soon. I'll leave it there. I'll give you guys some spoilers, but not too many, I promise. Oh gosh, this is a hard question. What's a reasonable amount to bring for spending? LOL. You're gonna get some very, very interesting comments on this one, because some people will be like, bring what you can spend, and whatever. I've seen people say, I need $1,000 budget, which cracks me up, like $1,000 on top of coming to the expo. So do with it as you may. Y'all can comment and answer Alex's question. I really don't know. I try to stay out of the vendor hall as much as possible, unless like they need me in there and to handle some things, because let me tell you, I want to shop and I can't shop. I have to work. But it was funny because I had some amazing vendors, like Zarel, for instance, gave me like a whole goodie bag at the end, and it was just wonderful. And everybody has such amazing products they bring, and they really try to bring some exclusives to the expo, like items you can't get on their sites, and just fun discounts and fun interactions that you don't get when you shop from them online. But it's just another fun way to support our small businesses that we already do love, and maybe find some new small businesses that we love. Lillian made it on. Welcome, Lillian. Yes, we're all excited about Melanie's booth. We're excited about all the booths. I'm assuming that random angry face that Valerie's commenting on was Melanie because she said, oops. Are you mad at me? Or wait, did somebody else give the angry face and Melanie's just saying oops because she spilled that she's coming already? See, Lillian's even agreeing. D-Stash Bash alone, you might need a small suitcase. There's some goodies in there. Valerie says that's the reason why she's never been. There's some goodies, and I've already gotten people who are like, when can I drop stuff off with you? I'm like, oh my gosh, I haven't even organized the items left over from last year. We have enough from last year because things come and go throughout the weekend. We have enough already to fill a room. And I know y'all want to de-stash more stuff, so it's going to be interesting. I'm trying to get a bigger room for y'all for de-stash this year. Should be very, very fun. I would say there are going to be some new guidelines and rules on de-stash just because it is getting so big, and we just have to be able to manage what's coming in and out and the quality of some things coming in and out. For instance, we do have a lot of guests, and some of them do have certain allergies. So we have to be careful. Like we can have pet friendly, but we can't have a piece of fabric that's like coated in animal hair, right? We don't want anything that has like a super strong odor. We don't want anything with like that's been sitting in your attic. No offense, for like 50 years and has bugs in it. There's just like little things like that. So we are going to have like certain guidelines and rules. I'm working on a new video about what is D-Stash Bash and the guidelines to that and how it's going to work. But don't worry, it's still going to be just as amazing and just as big. It's going to be bigger. It's going to be bigger. The girls can tell you. It's insane. Jen, answer your question, Alex. What do you have in mind? Double it. There you go. Yes, Michelle's right. We can't spell all the details tonight. We do want to give some sneaks, but not too many. Yes, it's our saving now. Okay, Ray said conservatively $200 just for vendors. We maybe spent $150 on food for the whole weekend for 2 adults, which is about right if you're going to eat at Gaylord Palms. Keep in mind, I get this question a lot too. Is if I'm staying at the hotel, what are the food options? There's tons of food options, but keep in mind we are down the street from Disney. It is a tourist-based area, so you are going to see tourist-based food prices. I know there's also Publix down the street. A lot of individuals go out to Publix and they go grocery shopping and they stock up their room and they have, sandwiches and little things and snacks they can eat throughout the day as well. So there's a lot of ability to spend as little or as much as you want to. It's just all based on you and how you want to handle it. So I know some people save all their money and go really cheap on food and just go splurge on the vendors. So. Oh yes, Constance bought a Martelli table. Those tables were very cool. They're the ergonomic tables that like go this way and that way, and they do all the things. And I want to get the left-handed ergonomic rotary cutter. They look very cool. Yes, the exclusives alone are worth it. A lot of the vendors had exclusives. A lot of them had interactive booths, like Ray at Emporium Threads had their Glowforge, and they were doing custom name tags. I don't know if when she comes back they're going to do it again, but it's just an idea. Like the vendors are always trying to come up with ideas on what's new, what can they do to make it fun and interactive. We're not one of your typical expo shows that you might go to where it's just you're coming to shop and you don't talk to anybody and you just kind of go in and do the peruse, look at vendor window shop and then like just pick what you want. No, like it's an experience. The vendors really make it super fun. Teachers do too. The classes are amazing. There's multiple aspects so magical, but the vendors make it so fun. There was a ducky pool where you got like a special discount if you got the right ducky, because duckies are the so magical mascot somehow. There was one that had a wheel you could spin. Somebody had like a pick through different pools and fill a bag, and there was a competition to see who could fit the most pools in one bag. It was crazy. It was insane. It was all fun, and then a lot of them brought exclusive products and items. I'm gonna let y'all answer this question. Is the D-Stash Bash worth it? I'm afraid I'm gonna miss the good stuff. It'll all be gone so fast. No. I will say this much about that. The D-Stash Bash is definitely worth it, but items come in and out throughout the weekend. So what's there on Friday is not necessarily there on Saturday, but there might be stuff new on Saturday, and there might be new stuff on Sunday. Trust me. Every time I went in there, it looked different in that room. It was bizarre. So it changes because people come maybe only on Saturday. Some people might only come on Saturday and Sunday. So it really does vary on, but I could let the guests talk about it and they could tell you their take on the whole situation. But yeah, sorry, I was reading another comment at the same time I was answering. I got distracted. But yes, I hope that answers your question. Yes. Michelle said that she spent about $150 per vendor. Michelle also had she had been saving. She was ready to go spend. Okay, Leah says, so if my husband accompanies me to classes to interpret. Oh, okay, got it. I believe we've talked before. For the same class ticket. Interpret for me for the same class ticket. My concern is I'll miss some info in class. I just want y'all having to pay for an interpreter if I can have my husband. Okay, if it's a special needs type situation, yeah, please feel free to message me and we can make sure it works out to the best benefit for you, and that you're having the best time possible. I do to ask that if anybody has any accessibility needs, that they contact me sooner rather than later. We've had a wide range of individuals come over the years. We have service dogs every year that come. We have individuals who are who need some ADA requirements. We work with the hotel. We work with different. I'm blanking on the word. We work with different companies to make sure that we're getting you everything that we need to. So yes, Leah, please feel free to message me, and I'll make sure that we get you all the accommodations that you need so that you do have the best time possible. They also had sneak peeks of the Mickey hand pulls. Yes, they did. Melanie says she spilled. It's okay. I forgive you. We knew you were coming back anyway. Oh, here's another comment on the budget. Let's see. I'd honestly say $500 for food and goodies, unless you're planning to go ham. $1,000 easy, and just skip a year's worth of trips to Joann's to save. Honestly, I know some people got a good amount of supplies they needed. Like, they run a business, they got a good amount of supplies they needed from the expo, and felt like it compensated, because we had we even had somebody like Cast Iron Handcrafted, who Monica sells interfacings. So she sold out before Sunday, I believe. I think she sold out on Saturday, but we had individuals sell out of products they were bringing because people were coming to buy for their companies, that their small business who make bags or clothes or whatever it was. They needed to buy a machine. So it's yes, it all depends on you. I agree with this. That's a great comment. Yes, Valerie, the poor guy's loading up the truck. Don't worry, I fed him all weekend. But yes, we did take a lot back. We took a lot back. But let me tell you, I would say 75% of what went into that truck had never seen my truck before. So it was definitely oh gosh, I'm sorry. Ding. You can hear my text messages going off. There we go. Hopefully y'all can still hear me. There we go. Oh gosh, what is the D-Stash Bash? Okay, let me get the video out and we'll talk about it more. But just top level D-Stash Bash, look at it from this perspective: is you have stuff that you want to get rid of, and you bring it in, and we give you points for whatever crafting, sewing item that you want to get rid of. And you then take those points and shop the D-Stash Bash. It's like a swap meet that you don't have to do actually any swapping on. We take care of it all for you. So you can take all these points and you can go shopping. But if you come and you have nothing to D-Stash, you can still shop the D-Stash Bash and just buy your points. But again, we're going to have all the new updated video on it. But there's a YouTube video on our channel that shows kind of how we've done it in the past. So definitely check that out. Yes, and this is kind of one of the things we're talking about. I think we had quite a few individuals who have sensitivities to smoking or smoke smells that I had received on the surveys feedback. So that was definitely one of the items that we definitely have to try to address going forward. Is a lot of individuals can't handle those smells or are allergic to just different things. So we got to just try to be more careful about things like that, if that makes sense. Yes, Publix rent is a must for money for vendors. And the convenience store in the resort is very pricey. One shot was $15. Yes, be careful about the shots. I will agree with that one. Wreckers is like a little pricier than like, it's about the same as like going to Disney Springs kind of bar, in my opinion. And like bar food. The buffet, I would say, is probably the most cheaply priced thing. And the food was so great, in my opinion. Again, my opinion. But yeah, so definitely try to gauge and figure out what works for your budget. Yes, got the lefty cutter. I love it. I'm glad there's another lefty in the house. How many are lefties? I put my wrong hand up when I said it. Those estimates are good and less than I was expecting. I mean, again, you can budget how you want. And yes, the inventory switches daily. Plenty of stuff in D-stash. Don't sleep on it though. Here, Constance says it had new things all weekend and it was awesome. And Melanie missed it. Way to go, Melanie. You and Lily got to hop on this stuff a little bit faster. I'm just kidding. But yeah, we're working on the schedule to make it much more enjoyable for both the vendors and the teachers and the guests. So it should be very interesting. We're going to try to take a little couple new spins on things. So I'm very excited to reveal more information as we're going along these next couple months. Okay, Lillian gave us a very good paragraph here. I'm going to take a sip. All right, Lillian says D-Such Bash depends on what you want. Good stuff. One day there is fabric, vinyl, or yards of fabric. Another day was great scraps and zipper pulls. Another day there was cardstock. Amazing. You just never know. Oh, and there's a free pile. There's always a free pile. And not to say that the free pile is crap. Trust me. The free pile is just like, sometimes it's something that's under a fat quarter, but it's a great piece of scrap. I know a lot of people use scraps to do embroidery, applique, and all sorts of fun things. So, oh, and this is great. I can't see your name, so I apologize. But Leah, you looks like you're both on Facebook, so you might be able to see this. Oh, yep, and you did. I'll definitely get in touch with you. Wonderful. Ooh, look at all the lefties in the house. Alex is a lefty. This person's a lefty. Lillian's a lefty. Go lefties. Hopefully I can find some lefty scissors while I'm there. I'm really hoping that we can round up some sort of scissor rotary cutter type vendor. That'd be wonderful. I personally had to buy some Gengars in left-handed. Here they are. Hey, one thing I can find, my lefty Gengars. Love these. They're great. But then other than that, I have to use like Amazon scissors. They work for lefties for the most part. The vendors were so good, I regret not buying all the goodies. Yes. Next year, I'll make drinks for everyone for Zipperable donation. Oh, goodness. I just see a whole nother meetup happening, and that just scares me. Famore Cutlery. They're the best lefty scissors. Ooh, Alex, send me that name, because I'll forget about that later. That's wonderful, though. I love hearing that. Okay, I didn't even get to the next thing I was going to talk about. Y'all crack me up. I'm going to put this up here, but if y'all have more questions and comments, feel free to drop them. I love wine and chats where it's very heavy on the interaction from all y'all at home. So I love this. Yes, thank you, Alex. Send me the link. I'm always looking for a good left-handed scissor. Excuse me. So one of the things I wanted to talk about tonight was we hit 4K in our Facebook group. I feel like we just hit 3K. I think it was like a month ago, maybe a month and a half. And at the same time, a couple of weeks ago, I was maybe a week or two ago, we hit 1,000 finally on our Instagram. So that means I promised a giveaway every 1,000. And then when we hit the big round 5,000 on Facebook, we'll do a really big giveaway. I apologize. Sorry. Okay, so because we hit these big, another milestone on everything, we're going to do a VIP, not plus, a VIP pass giveaway. We're going to give away one on Facebook and one on Instagram. The details on how the giveaways is going to work is going to come out tomorrow, and then it's going to happen on Monday. Monday is going to be the actual, I'm sorry, I said that wrong. It's going to happen on Sunday. The giveaway is going to happen on Sunday. That way it comes out before the tickets are released. And that way anybody that, who wins the VIP now doesn't have to buy one. There's going to be, again, one on Facebook and one on Instagram. The details on that will come out tomorrow on how it all will exactly work. It will only happen on Sunday. So I hope y'all are online on Sunday. It's going to be great. So good luck to everybody. It's always random when we do our giveaways. We don't pick anybody. It's always random. So thank you all for getting us to these next big milestones. And I always want to return the love back to y'all and make sure that we're taking care of you and you're having a great time and you feel like you're getting something fun and great out of everything. And as always, Patreon members always get an extra entry. Just saying. Let's see. Here. So besides the obvious fabric, what can be donated to D-Stash Bash? You mentioned cardstock. Would adhesive vinyl heat treated? Yes. Just about anything sewing and crafting related is accepted at the D-Stash Bash. We've had thread, buttons, zippers, cardstock, scrapbooking supplies, vinyl holders, rulers, machines. We get a lot of machines. And we've had a lot of people because they, it's not worth it to them to keep a machine that costs them like $100 or $200 at home anymore. And, not everybody wants to buy those. So it's great. It's a great way. You can get a machine. You can donate a machine. We've had cutting machines like Crickets and Scan and Cuts and stuff donated. All sorts of fun stuff. It's great. Literally anything you can think of, sewing and crafting related, we'll probably take it. But again, those exact details and guidelines will come up as well. Yes, Alex, embroidery thread, more than welcome. Everybody loves thread. Trust me, the thread always goes. Literally just about anything, but we'll get the exact guidelines up for y'all to help clarify things a little bit more here in the future. Hoping I win. Yeah. Thank you. Yes, it's shocking to see how much we've grown in the past year, let alone since 2019 when we started all this. So it's wonderful. Oh, we got some new people on. Hi, Connie. Connie's from Creations by Connie, if you didn't know. Another one of our 2021 vendors. So always great to see all of our friends joining us tonight. Yes, clean out the craft room. We highly suggest cleaning out the craft room. Because another thing is like you just never know. Some people fluctuate on their crafting. Some people are really into scrapbooking for a year, and then all of a sudden, bam, they're into resin arts or sewing, or maybe they're sewing bags one year and they're sewing clothes, and that that's a whole set of supplies that you may not need anymore. So yeah, you never know what you're gonna find. And then you never because you just never know what somebody's just not wanting anymore in the craft room. I just have to figure out how to get stuff over there. You're always more than welcome to ship D-Stash Bash items to me. We organize it and try to put it all on the trailer ahead of time. You don't have to do D-Stash Bash items only at D-Stash at the expo. If you want to D-Stash ahead of time, you can ship it out to me. If you're local, we're trying to do a couple days this year where we have like a big time where I'm out at one location somewhere and you guys can come drop it off to me. And then if you come out and you can just drop off your stuff, then you have to make sure your name's marked on whatever you're giving me or your bags of stuff or boxes. And then we go ahead and tally up the points, and you have points to shop the second you get there. We try to make it as easy and fun as possible for y'all. And yes, heat presses. We will take a heat press. I think that's cool. And somebody's going to want a heat press. I hope that answers all the questions on a D-Stash Bash and the ticket giveaway. Now that I talked about that, anybody want me to announce 2 of our vendors that are coming for 2022 already? We have a ton already signed up. I think we're at 9 right now. But I can't drop them all at once. So as of today, I'm going to drop 2 of them for y'all because why not? Let's do it. Okay, so, and anybody want to give me a drum roll? Somebody tell me do y'all want to see the vendors? I don't know. Maybe Um, let's see if I can pull this up. I'll go alphabetical. How about that? Spill it. Don't tease me, woman. Yes. Okay. Ready? Okay, so our first one that we're gonna announce is Kathy from Saida is coming back again. She's gonna come back. She's getting a bigger booth, y'all, a bigger one. So it's gonna be great. She has amazing stuff. Um, zipper pools. She's got zipper tape, vinyl fabrics, lots of custom stuff. Her Marvel line was really huge. I'm personally biased on the dinosaur stuff, the Jurassic stuff. Those were always my favorite. I just made Luke a bag for Christmas with all her items. But she has just a fun variety. So definitely check out her socials. I believe, Kathy, I think you're on tonight. You can correct me if I'm wrong. You're on a little hiatus while you're kind of relocating yourself. But she's always got some amazing stuff. And yes, as you can see, everybody's loving this. I'm so glad. Yeah, woohoo! Yay, bigger and better. And then I didn't spend enough time looking at her booth. Her booth last year was the one that had the big. She had a fill a bag of pools kind of thing, and that was a lot of fun. Everybody enjoyed that. I don't remember what the count was for who got the most pools in a bag. But yay, yes, Connie, we're so happy. Love their pools. The Jurassic stuff was great. Yes, gotta love it. I bought some of everything from Kathy. Love it. Oh, and you're meeting up with her tomorrow, Connie. That's so cool. I love when I find out that like the vendors end up becoming friends afterwards. Like they might have talked online, but now all of a sudden there's these relationships. I just love it. It's wonderful. Yep, a short break for now to clear out and less to move in New York. Great. Yes. So that was from Kathy here. I believe that's Kathy. I don't know. It says Facebook user to me. Oh, Amanda got 80 plus pools. That's insane. That's insane. Yes, we love Kathy. We love the whole IHC brand. So yes, super pumped that she's coming back. And of course, we're gonna be reinstating vendor spotlights, and then we're gonna have teacher spotlights once the classes start coming out as well. So if Kathy wants to come back on vendor spotlight, we'd love to have her. But vendor spotlights is just a part of wine and chats that we were doing last year, where we do 15 to 20 minutes with one vendor each week, and we talk about like who are you as a company, what do you do, what's your story, what are you going to bring to expo, all those great things. So I loved it. I feel like I got to know my vendors better before I even met them in person, and I feel like y'all got to as well. So that's going to come back, don't you worry. All right, so we have one more to share tonight. Anybody else want to know who the second vendor is? Maybe another great one, another returning vendor from 2021. A lot of the ones you're going to see first are going to be returning vendors. We always take care of our family and those who want to stick with us. So of course we have to make sure all our 2021 returning vendors get announced first, right? So the next one tonight is going to be Glitterbug Fairies coming back. They had such a cool booth. Lots of vinyl fabrics, tons of sheets and rolls, lots of custom and non-custom. I know Michelle loved all their nursing stuff. They have a little bit of magic on all categories. And they also had little supplies and stuff. Yes, Sherry, they had the Plinko game. I totally forgot about that. They had a Plinko game as one of the giveaway things and interactive parts of their booth. It was really fun. Thank you so much for reminding me. But yes, so Glitterbug's coming back. They have really cool things like Camp Snaps, and of course she's one of the two evil twins. So let's see if the other evil twin decides to join us or not. I mean, might be a challenge. I do believe that Glitterbug Fairy has applied to teach, so we'll see how all our teacher applications pan out here. We can't wait for you to come back too. It's gonna be a great year. I mean, just these two vendors alone could make a vendor hall wonderful. And so just the other ones that have already signed that we haven't just announced yet are just as wonderful. Y'all are gonna have a blast this year. I'm gonna have a blast this year. I had a blast last year though too. Are we going to have more vendor space next year? Yes, ma'am. I will say that much. We will have more space. That's all I'll say on that topic. Oh, let's not even start the whole debate about which one's the good twin and which one's the evil twin. We I don't get involved in this. Y'all can have this debate all y'all want. If you have any questions about what that means, go join the Glitterbug Fairy Facebook group because they're a hoot and a half. And they always keep things fun and interesting. And you have to go learn all about the evil twin versus a good twin debate. It's very funny. Maybe this year they can keep track of their animals. Yeah, I don't know if Hetty the owl is gonna get lost, but Hetty did reappear magically at So Magical last year. I don't know. Did we ever figure out who the exact culprit was? I don't think I heard the conclusion to that whole story, but apparently he was bribed to come back. Again, this is a whole nother story that if you're in their group, you'll find out more. It's there's always fun stories going on there. Yes, Lillian, they had a packed booth. And the vinyl sheets were really cool as well. I don't think I have any on me right now. No, I got a lot of purple dragon fabric around me and my own fabric. Lots of ratatouille going on right now. But yeah, the single sheets were really great, especially if you want to make something small or embroider something small. Accent fabrics, they're really great for accents. Always need to buy more vinyl. I don't know who doesn't. And yeah, so just it's so great. And I love how we have different vendors who all have sometimes similar products, right? We had multiple zipper pull vendors, but none of them are competitive with each other. They're all so loving and welcoming towards each other, and they all share the love. That's what I really love. I had multiple digitizers, and they all got along great. So even though you might find like, maybe Zorel has more of the spooky horror side to things. On her zipper pulls and zipper tapes, then you go over and you can go to Ait Said and you can see a whole nother side of zipper tapes and zipper pulls, whole other categories. Same thing. And then we have people like Emporium Threads who just bring like the basics, the basic hardware that you really need that's just chunky and thick. You know what I mean? So definitely, even if you see, oh, they got zipper pulls, look at them. Trust me, there's so much variety. And that same goes with the vinyls. Like Glitterbug Fairy had vinyl, and so did Ait Said, right? Totally different themes and characters, and they were just so different from each other, but they were, so definitely try to look at all of them. That's all I will say on that. Yes, we love Glitterbug Fairy. Apparently, there was no conclusion to the whole owl debate, so that should be interesting. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call your hardware fat. She thick. It's supposed to be 3 C's. You're missing a C. One more C. Okay, so those are the 2 vendors that we wanted to announce tonight. And so again, if we have any questions at all, feel free to drop them and ask them. But one of my favorite questions to ask at everyone in chat is, what is everybody working on right now? I know it's post holidays. I'm always curious to see anybody lose their sewing mojo after the holidays or like get it reinvigorated. Honestly, mine was reinvigorated until I got sick. I had all that, like, I literally have 6 pocket pals cut out. I have 3 peekaboos. I've got a couple other patterns that I was self-drafting myself. I was working on a sweater. I was working on everything until all of a sudden I got sick. So that didn't help. So what is everybody working on? And those who have been around on Wine and Chat know this. Like, I always love asking this question. So don't be shy. Let us know. What are you working on? And let's see. Let's see. That's because she's not that thick. She's just thick. And bring an extra bag for all your purchases. Yes, Sherry. I think this was mentioned earlier, and I made a reference. You really should bring like an IKEA size bag. You know what I'm saying? Like at a minimum. Yes, Valerie. Lauren Mormino had hardware and clothes. Yeah, so there's always. You're right. Lauren had also a different variety. You know, Emporium Threads had a certain size, and then if you needed a different size, Lauren had it at Mormino's booth. So again, just another justification that go visit every single booth. And plus, we make it fun. Who knows? We had the whole ribbon scavenger hunt last year to go find all the vendors and go talk to them to get a ribbon. We haven't 100% determined if that's going to be the exact thing comes back or how it's going to work, but we're definitely going to do something fun like that again because I think y'all had a blast doing it. I don't know, maybe it was just my interpretation of it, but the amount of photos I saw with everybody's ribbons afterwards and everybody coming up to me so happy. And mind you, if you collected all of them, you got entered for a raffle to win an embroidery machine that was valued over $1,000 that String Theory Fabric Art had donated last year. So that was she sponsored it. It was wonderful, so to be able to do something like that again is really what we want to do. It was just so much fun to see everybody trying to like, I'm missing a vendor. Who am I missing? And it was great. So we also got comments on how to improve the whole scavenger hunt. So we'll see what we can do for y'all for next year. This year, it's 2022. I keep forgetting. Let's see. Constance says she's still recovering from the holidays. I totally get that. Oh, Ray lost all her sew mojo. I'm so sorry. You got to get back, girl. Let's see. Michelle's working on Scrub Cap for work for tomorrow. Yeah, you need a new Scrub Cap for tomorrow. Recovering from COVID, but I'm working on a list. Yeah, I think a lot of us who are sick are kind of doing the same thing. Like, I'm so ready to get back up and have all the energy. This is probably the most energy I've had since last week. So thank you, everybody, for making me feel better tonight and giving me something to look forward to for sure. But yes, working on a list if you're sick is definitely the best thing because it helps you feel like, okay, I'm still doing something and I'm planning. I'm planning on like all the things I'm gonna do. I love it, Susan. Uh-oh. Connie's listing designs right now. Oh, are we gonna see a drop tonight, Connie? Again, and any company I mentioned here tonight, please go follow their Facebook groups. They're also wonderful Facebook groups. We mentioned Emporium Threads, Zorel Fabrics and Hardware, Creations by Connie, Ait Said Fabrics, Creations and Fabrics, Glitterbug Fairy. Who else is on here that I haven't mentioned tonight? That is on here. I apologize if I missed you. Let's see. Working on the Eli laptop bags. Oh, yes, the new Lindsay and May pattern. I haven't made that one yet. I really want her to drop that sling backpack. I'm so excited for that sling backpack. Y'all don't understand. I might have shared on my story before she was ready to 100% say that she was going to make it into a pattern, but I was like, new pattern. I was like, yes. I've made so many datas. So many. You'd think this tea would be gone by now. It's not. But that's awesome. I love the Dana. Great gift item too. Just finished 2 pirate jackets. Pirate jackets. Oh my God, you're gonna have to post a picture of this because I can only imagine what my brain's thinking of, and I'm wondering if it's the same thing. Is it like an actual pirate jacket? Hey y'all, I met a goal. Apparently, I'm talking and waving my hands so much it's counting as activity. I reached my move goal, so that's great. Let's see. Sherry said I had a snow day today and cut out. Am I reading that right? 230 stretchy headbands for craft shows. That's a lot of headbands. Headbands are a great item though, especially for craft shows. Especially if you have custom fabrics because headbands are coming back. They're really coming back. That's awesome. That's a lot of headbands. Good thing for the snow day. I'm working on a case for my new laptop. Well, congrats on the new laptop. We all love getting new techs. At least I do. I don't know about y'all. Alex says she's cleaning and reorganizing, then working on a Gunther from Cecilia Jen. I haven't made that yet, but I saw somebody post it the other day, and I love how like it's like slouchy, and I love that new pattern. I think it's super cool. Sincerely Jen has some really neat patterns. Let's see. Leah says she's working on dog collars and harnesses. I've seen people make dog collars. I've never seen somebody sew a harness though, so that's really cool. Yeah, and again, y'all post your makes on the group and stuff, and then tag whoever you bought your supplies from. We always love seeing new vendors, and we always love seeing new patterns, or just getting inspiration off of one another. So treat this like any of your other really big groups that you might post in. Like we all love Sew Whatever for bag posting, but you're always welcome to post here as well on the Sew Magical Expo Facebook group. Matt and Brittany. I'm assuming it's just Brittany doing this one. But she's finishing some quilts and want to cut out and make my first purse bow. Okay. I was scared, not gonna lie, because I started a purse bow. And I don't feel like I read the directions, and I was like, I started it, and if I start a project and I just don't finish it, I like don't go back to it. So I just like I scrapped it, I started over. It was the easiest freaking thing ever. Oh my gosh, I love my purse pals. I made like 5 of them for Christmas gifts. They're great projects. I didn't even use the cotton woven on the inside. I just did vinyl all the way because I wasn't paying attention. Again, I don't always read the instructions. But the purse pal and the pocket pals are super cool. I cut all my pieces out on my Cricut. Because I hate cutting fabric. So if I just have my Cricut going, I just bought a new 12 by 24 fabric mat because I was not about to keep changing out my mat every time I needed. So I can let it run and just keep cutting out like rolls of vinyl. And I'm telling you, I have a ton cut out ready to go and just get sewn. And really the only thing you got to cut after that is if you don't have the ribbon, the strip of fabric for the card slots. So I love the purse bow. Super easy make. Super easy. You got this. Actively machine quilting t-shirt quilt as I listen to you. Oh, that's awesome, Jen. I love hearing that people are working on projects while they're on here. I think I got a text message that somebody just did like was taking product photos. And I always like when we're doing our Zoom calls on Patreon too, like half the people, I don't know, every other month it changes, it seems like, but every other time we seem to get like half the people are sitting there actually actively sewing. Like Melanie came on our Patreon call the last time and was sitting there just sewing away. She said, I'm going to be on mute, but I have to work. And she's just sewing away over there. Always cracks me up. I love hearing that we can be your podcast while you're working. I'm working on Harry Potter themed Marilyn from Lindsay Handmade. Ooh, I haven't made the Marilyn yet. I feel like that was one of the ones, like, at least recently, that hasn't been as widely talked about, maybe. But yes, I would love to see a picture of that too. Plus, I love me some HP. We need more Slytherin things out there, though. I'm just saying. I'm really hoping. I don't know how many of y'all are Harry Potter fans, but again, we're so magical. Anybody thinks we're just Disney is fooling themselves. We're all things magical. Give me the unicorns. We had like 4 unicorns at our onesie party last year. Yes, we have a Saturday night party. The theme has not yet been determined yet. I don't know if we're going to go onesies again because let me tell you, I had them crank down the air in that room. It was still hot. Florida's just not meant for onesies, but it was fun. But yes, we're all things magical, so give me some HP any day. I'm just saying, I think if we had some sort of competition, the Slytherin house would win every time. Just saying. I hope somebody got a cracked a laugh out of that. No idea where the Sojo went, trying to find it, most likely somewhere in my organized mess. Yes. I always find when I lose my Sojo, it's because my craft room is messy, and I always try to clean it before I get in here, and then sometimes I lose my cleaning mojo, and then I really lose my sewing mojo. So I hope you get it back. You and Ray both, and whoever else lost their sewing mojo. I think Constance said it too. Working on the Can Do Retro Sling Backpack. Is that the one that Oka Rouge just did a video on because that one was really cool. I like the style and the look of that bag too. It was really neat. Love that. So good luck. You got this, Christy. Jessica's working on an H2O to go pack from Sew Aside in an attempt to make myself actually sew something instead of just hoard. Yes, you got this. Make the H2O to go. We love H2O to goes so much. It is not the most beginner friendly. I would say advanced beginner, in my opinion. But I love it. I literally take my H2O to go every time I go to the parks. Any park, literally. It just holds all my stuff, and I don't feel like I'm carrying around a backpack. I'm not sweating on my back. It's just perfect. So you're gonna love it. You got this. I love the ribbons. Please do it again. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear y'all like the ribbons. The ribbons were super fun, and if that's the route we go again, I think we're gonna change them a little bit more and make it a little bit more clear who has what ribbon. Maybe even put their logos on it so you can like remember who you got them from. We'll see. But I'm always glad to hear what y'all did and didn't like. The surveys were a great help, but we always love constant feedback from y'all. Still trying to decide what bag I want to make to take to the expo. Oh gosh, there's a lot of good bag options out there. I know the Guardian's a really popular one right now, but there's so many good bag patterns, really. I probably should start making myself a bag to like have strapped to me because I'm always having like I have to wear shorts or pants that have like pockets in them because I have like the schedule in my one, I have my radio on my other, I have pins and I have like my phone and cards. I have like everything on me. So yeah, I highly suggest bringing a bag and making one is even cooler. I think Melanie and Lily from Zorel had these really cool backpacks. I don't know what pattern that was, but I think Valerie had made one before too. To me, they look like kind of like an egg shape is what it looks like to me. But I think they're really cool. So a lot of people had custom bags this past year. Working on a gazillion embroidery designs from Connie, and have only actually sewn out a few. I'm working on purchasing a gazillion and only have actually sewn out a few. That's awesome. Yeah, I saw she just did her Valentine's Day drop, which was super cute. I can't even remember. She's had so many great ones come out recently. They're all so cute. I love them. Editing the interfacing video. Jess Oaklarus is on here. Wait, did I not know you were on here and you're commenting this whole time? I can only imagine Jess, who's doing the interfacing video that I just heard you talking about doing the interfacing video on. It's you on here. Hi, Jess. Welcome. Oh, gosh. Now that you're like, people see you're on here, you're going to get questions. But good luck on your interfacing video. You got this. It's going to be okay. This week I made 27 in the hoop zipper bags. I have a con coming up in February and I need inventory. That's a lot of in the hoop bags. That's impressive, Suzanne. You got this. You can do it. It's going to be a great con. Hi, welcome. Again, if anybody that's joined that I can't see your name, it's only because there's on this post that you're watching this on Facebook, there's a link at the top that says streamyard.com/Facebook. If you click it and you give them permission, I can see your name. If not, you're more than welcome to just put your name at the dash at the end, like Just did. I lost my mojo. Oh no, due to working in healthcare, I got home and crashed. I totally get that. There's such thing as burnout. There really is. And you need inspiration to come from somewhere, and usually it doesn't come from burnout. So I hope you feel better, Lillian. I hope you get your mojo back as well. Susan says she writes instructions for Connie. That's so cool. Oh, Connie, that's how you do it. Smart woman. Always have a great team and staff behind you, and everything just clicks and makes it's a world of a wonder. Trust me, I've learned this over the past year. Almost done with Valentine's sewing, then on to St. Patrick pouches, then pals and scrunchies. Wow. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I guess February is on, like Valentine's Day is only a month away. And then St. Patty's Day is not far behind it. Then we got Easter and 4th of July. There's all the holidays are coming up, y'all. There's a lot of holidays. Good luck, Yvonne. You got this. Eli's on my list. I need a laptop bag to bring with me to SME. Yes. That's actually a good idea. I should probably make myself a laptop bag because I bring a laptop and like 6 iPads. But the Eli is super cool. I love that it's, just customizable. So Lindsay and Mate just did an amazing job on that. Love it. Good luck, Alex. You got this. Yes, the sling's going to be amazing. Fran's here. Hi, Fran. I'm assuming you're one of the ones I couldn't see. That's because the tea never ends on Wine and Chat. The tea never does end on Wine and Chat. It never does. I made a cute Valentine's Day gnome pot holder today at work. I'm assuming this is Fran. I can guess. I'm going to guess it's Fran. And let me guess, it's a Parker on the Porch design. Sewing Studio has a really cool event coming up that's partnered with Parker on the Porch in March. And I saw there's a couple seats left. But y'all, if you see the seats left, leave like one for me because I still haven't gotten mine yet and I want to go. But there are seats still left. I was shocked. But that's going to be right down the street at I believe it's the Hilton down the street from Sewing Studio. And it's like a one-day, all-day class with Parker on the Porch herself and Sewing Studio. And you can rent machines if you don't have an embroidery machine. And then there's like a really cool meetup the night before at Sewing Studio and special shopping hours, I believe. Fran can correct me since she's on here. Have a good night, Valerie. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Tango says, need dog collar patterns and tutorials, please. Yes, I think that would be a really neat idea. Anybody that has some good dog collar patterns, you're more than welcome to post like an animal post as well. Because I don't know if you could just hear or not, but my dogs are outside barking right now. Because apparently the boys just let them outside. I cut purse pals on my scanning cut. Yes. Using a cutter, like using SVG files to cut out your purse pals and pocket pals, it's like amazing. It saves so much time. It's wonderful. Oh, and Alex has 22 cut out. I am behind on these comments. Let me say, she has 22 cut out. Okay, glad I'm not the only one that just cuts a ton out and then is ready to go. Yes, the ribbon is like, I kind of want to buy some ribbon instead of cutting out the fabric, but I have so much like really thin cotton that I can just go through that first. So I'm trying to be economical here. Yes, Slytherin's the best house all day, every day, Ray. Amen. Agreed. And Connie says boo. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Let's see. Yep, this is what I do. And then I got my Sew Mojo back. Clean sewing room helps. Agreed. Yes, it's a pattern Oka Rich just did. That's wonderful. I love it. Trailblazer. Yes, that's the bag I was thinking of. The Trailblazer bag. Ray makes some amazing Trailblazer bags. But Lindsay Fry had also made some, and they were really cool. She did it in So Magical Expo fabric, which I love. Which, by the way, we have some available on the website still, in case anybody still wants to grab So Magical Expo fabric. We have vinyls, and we have most bases still available in 4 colorways. I think 3 are on the website, and I'm trying to add the 4th right now. And then we'll run another order, like a pre-order of it here soon. So y'all can have some SME fabric if you want before, and you can make your own bags and, kind of rep the whole So Magical brand if you want. Working on a new bag and pattern. Also testing my best friend's pattern to teach them shortly. That's wonderful. Wait, who is this? That's awesome. I love hearing about people who make their own patterns and stuff. I think that's really cool. It's very hard work. Both digitizing and making patterns of any sort is awesome. You should make a shop apron with lots of pockets. I actually have an apron I made last year. I got a notification that it was like 1 year ago, yesterday or something. Yeah, but then y'all couldn't see my very bright orange shirts if I did that. Unless somebody does, like, I can make a bright orange apron, I'd really stand out then, wouldn't I? Oh, thank you, Valerie, and thank you, Ray. It was the Lolly backpacks. I am Y'all are commenting very fast. Here, let me try to like catch up on these. Okay, let's see. Hey Jess, good luck on the marathon. Yes, Jess, good luck on the marathon. And to Michelle's point, the teacher apps are open. um yes, I know you're running on Sunday. That's awesome. Very good luck on that. Suzanne's always sewing up a storm. Yes, she is. We want to be Suzanne when we grow up. Healthcare burnout is real. Sewing helps me retain my sanity. That's, yeah, I can see that. We have a lot of certain types of people in our expo group. I'm always amazed to see people's jobs and things. We have a huge chunk of healthcare individuals. We have a huge chunk of teachers, and then we even have like a huge chunk of special needs teachers as well. We have a huge chunk of engineers as well. So I always love seeing the uniqueness of what everybody does, and where they come from. And then of course, all y'all small businesses out there. Somebody made 15 coin purses and Leland made one. This is also Fran. Ha. I have 20 more to cut out and ready to go. Man, you're on a roll too, Fran. Oh, it looks like Jess Okaroots and Michelle are having a conversation. The teacher applications due end on the 31st of January, the end of this month. And then you can also message myself or Michelle if you have questions about this. We're always here to help you. Anybody, including you, Jess. Yes, hunting down cute St. Patty's stuff. All right, anybody got suggestions for Suzanne for cute St. Patty's Day stuff? Connie, this is your chance. I'm sure she's going to come out with some cool designs. I'm sure some of our vendors will have really cool fabric coming out here soon. I know there's several that are doing Easter fabrics right now. So St. Patty's, I wouldn't put it past them. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm trying to catch up on the comments. There's so many. I'm loving all the interaction tonight. I love y'all. Oh, y'all are talking about the sewing studio event at Parker on the Porch. Now it's 2 days. I apologize. There might be a few spots left for Saturday. Oh, that's what I saw. Oh my gosh. So I can't even get on the same day Michelle's going. That's what I saw was Saturday was open. There was only 8 spots left when I looked. Oh man, and it's a special meet and greet and shopping night each day. Okay, thank you for correcting me, Fran. I appreciate that. That's really cool. Need to learn how to cut out vinyl on my silhouette. There's some great YouTube tutorials on this. But again, I think this is another really great class idea as well. Because I think there are different nuances between silhouette, Cricut, and scan and cut. Like each one, you have to do certain things or use a certain mat or have certain settings or certain blades in particular. I can tell you all about the Cricut ones, but again, I know nothing about silhouette and scan and cut. So it's trying to, that's definitely one of the things we're looking at is how can we add the different types of cutting machines to Expo as well. So definitely check out YouTube first. It's always a great resource. Do we have volunteers to clean my sewing room? I'm sorry, my volunteers cannot help you, but you can always request this. Kayla, oh yes, I should buy the ribbon for the purse pals. It's easier in cutting fabric, then you can destash the fabric. Y'all just want more destash stuff. Y'all are killing me. Speaking of shirts, will you have the make your own shirt booth? Yes. The apparel on demand booth, our swag booth, will be open again this coming year. You will be able to customize your VIP shirt further. We'll have fun things like right now I have my designer working on the 2022 logo. It's gonna, we're gonna drop that here soon or have voting on it in the Patreon group. So yeah, like this is one of ones I made. This was my like first tester shirt when I got my Fonts new printer. So yes, we'll have this. You can customize that. We'll have the spirit jerseys back again, the So Magical spirit jerseys, and we might have a few more items that you can grab as well. but everything's customizable. You come, you choose what you want, you choose your piece of apparel or whatever that you want. And then our staff in the booth go ahead and make it live for you, and it's ready for pickup either that day or that weekend. Sherry, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Thank you. Have a great night. Oh, you can use a jelly roll for fabric for a purse pouch. Oh, that's smart. I didn't even think of that. Yeah, anything that cuts down on your time of making stuff, right? Question, how many classes will there be this year? A hint, maybe. There will for sure be more than 50 again. The 50 classes are usually around our minimum, not including the stage. So there will be definitely 50 over the 3-day weekend again. So just keep that in mind. We don't offer, 1 or 2 classes here and there. It's a lot of classes. It's a lot of variety of classes and for a lot of skill levels. The other big thing is, whereas a lot of other shows do presentation based only, the majority of our classes are hands-on. So you can make something or learn a skill physically in the class. We also have presentation. So, and not everything's sewing related or sewing based. Just keep that in mind as well. And we're working on revamping the classes a little bit this year too. So you're going to see something, even if you've been coming for every single year, we're trying to spice things up every year. But yes, Lillian, expect at least 50 classes. Safety lime green orange to complement the safety lime green apron to complement the orange and stand out in the crowd. Oh gosh. I'm going to be very bright this year, aren't I? Good night, Valerie. Have a good night. Lauren's on here? Is this the hi there? Hi, Lauren. If that's you, welcome. Oh man, we got everybody on tonight. Look at this. Lauren, okay, Jess, that was on earlier, is Jess Oka Roots. She is on YouTube, has amazing tutorials there. And then Lauren Mormino, it owns Mormino, actually spelled out that way. And she was one of our 2021 vendors as well, and teachers. So love the group we got on tonight. Hello, welcome everybody. Let's see. Oh yeah. Oh, Fran, I see your name now. Hi, Jess and Lauren. There you go. I will be listing for a couple of hours. Hard to do in a single monitor when you're used to 2 at home. Yeah, I feel that. Oh my gosh, Connie, you're gonna go see Fran in the morning? I'm making Fran wake up super early tomorrow. Wink, wink. Oh, Michelle, you're gonna switch to Saturday. Okay. I'm gonna have to hop on this like tonight and buy my spot at the sewing studio Parker on the Porch event. Let's see. I'm trying to catch up. Ooh, look, my scrolling stopped finally. Oh gosh. Y'all are talking to each other. I'm loving it. Ray said that she loved her tank top and her Spirit jersey she got. Yes, we love our Spirit jerseys. I think we're gonna bring the tank tops back again as well because it's Florida. Why not? And yeah, trying to add some other flavors in there. Wow, I've never been before. Are the tickets already sold out? I'm going to have to check now. Hi, Steffi. I highly suggest that you rewatch our live because we covered the tickets in great detail at the beginning of this live. We went over the different tiers and all that. So if you're on our Facebook group, definitely go look at the announcement section. We have a ton of information there as well. Tickets go on sale this coming week. They are not sold out yet. Trust me. And I highly, highly doubt we will sell out of tickets. Only the VIP tickets are capped. So we won't, we're not planning on selling out of the other tickets anytime soon or at all. So yes, yeah, definitely go check that out. Hey, Jennifer, welcome. I'm so glad you made it to the party. That's okay. There's a bunch of people there. This is why we stay on for so long. We want to make sure everybody's here. Again, if y'all are just coming on, if you have a question, you're more than welcome to ask it. And, I'll be on for just a little bit longer. I'm happy to answer your questions. Oh, baby, you were the angry emoji earlier. That's so funny. We were wondering who it was. Let's see. Kendra. Welcome, Kendra. I'm so excited to come this year for the first time. I need to start saving now to spend all the money. Yes, ma'am. Highly suggest you rewatch this early too, because there's a whole conversation on budgets. Yes. Yes, getting a new machine. Connie's getting a new machine. I'm so excited. And yay, Fran, for selling another machine. You're the best. Florida girls wear out our tank tops. Yes, we do. I'm only wearing a short sleeve right now because it's winter. First time for me too. Welcome to all our new people on here tonight. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us and hanging out. If anyone needs some help on their silhouette machine, they can reach out to me via Messenger. I'll be more than happy to help prior to the expo. There you go, y'all. Leah is looking to help out on the silhouettes. She said, Tango said, I need another spirit jersey. That's the teal hoodie-less jacket one, right? Hoodie-less jacket. I spilled oil on mine. Oh no. Yes. I actually might have some here right here. Look at me. This one. Yes. This is like our large one, but it mimics it's wrinkly. I apologize. It mimics like the one you can get at Disney. However, it's not the same brand, obviously. But I will say these are a little bit lighter, and they do run big. So whatever your size is on the spirit jerseys, they run big. So I size down when I want like an actual like closer to my normal size fit, but if I want something baggy, I keep my size. Again, it all depends. You can also get these spirit jerseys and some t-shirts on our website right now. We have it on an ongoing pre-order. So every 2 weeks when I get orders in, I'll go and drop an order with my supplier for anything I don't already have in stock, and I will make them custom for y'all and send them out. So you can go ahead and get those. The 2021 designs are still up if you still want the 2021 design. Maybe you didn't grab it at the expo last year. And then when the 2022 goes up, you'll be able to get those in advance of the expo. So you don't even have to wait till the expo. So definitely check that out. We try to keep the stock levels up to date for what's available, and what we can get from our supplier. And we have hoodies, the spirit jerseys, and t-shirts up right now. And again, we're trying to add more spice to that collection as well. So where's my wine glass? Tonight I have my tea / coffee mug, because I'm a little under the weather right now. I didn't want to go in with my wine or alcohol tonight. I wish though. There were some amazing vendors last year, and I bet it's going to be 4 times as good this year. I'm hoping we can live up to y'all's expectations and keep it like exponentially growing every year. I know Lauren is going to laugh, but they have, her and my husband have a bet going on numbers and what it's going to look like this coming year. I'm very curious to see who wins, but no matter what, whoever wins the $2, I'm getting a picture of y'all passing the $2 to each other, because it's going to be hilarious. We were literally talking about it last night, me and him, and it was like, I don't know, who do you think's going to win? Y'all cracking me up though. Yes, words are failing you. Yes, that one. Okay, I'm glad that was the one you were mentioning for the spirit jersey. Yes, they're super comfy and they're very roomy. I know some people have issues with sleeves not being long enough if you have long arms. They're definitely long enough. Like mine are a little too long, but I'm also vertically challenged. Let's say it that way. I ain't tall. I am very short. I'm sitting on a pillow right now, by the way. That's the only reason I look as tall as I do. So yes. If you don't sell out this year, I have a feeling you'll be really close to it. SME and SMEers rock. Oh, thanks, Lillian. Yeah, it's going to be crazy packed. VIP tickets we're expecting to definitely sell out, and we actually increased the number of VIP tickets that we had from last year. So there are more available than we had last year. However, we still anticipate those are going to sell out. So it should be very interesting. I'm looking forward to it. Oh, this is a great tip from Brittany. Try dish soap and baking soda and let it soak. And maybe just embroider a patch where it is. That's hilarious. I love it. We reinvent, y'all. We reinvent. I think it's going to explode this year. I mean, it's already exploding this year. We're definitely anticipating double what we had last year, and last year far exceeded the attendance that we were expecting. So it just keeps getting bigger and better, and it's really all because of y'all that come out, and all our vendors and our teachers and everybody that participates. It's really all y'all, and the love and the big family environment that y'all bring to it. Everybody's so inviting. I know I get a lot of questions, and a lot of people are posting about this, is they're shy or they're coming alone and they don't know anybody, and they don't know if they'll like it. And then I see the overwhelming amount of comments from everybody on there saying, "Don't worry, I came alone my first year, and now I have 20 new friends that I never knew I would have." I mean, I personally, because I get to try, I try to get to know as many people as possible. I don't know how I'm going to be able to do it this year. There's so many of y'all, but I try to get to know as many of you as I can as we go along, especially those who message me in advance. Um, but I just know I have so many friends and so many people I know now from all over the US and even like overseas now, who are coming. We have Canadians and Brazilians and Puerto Ricans and Hawaiians and just people all over the world who, we had some people from Ireland that are considering coming. I'm like, yes, please, that'd be cool. Like, what sewing things do you do that might be different than here? I'm always interested in cultural differences in sewing and crafting as well. But it's amazing to see the family atmosphere and how everybody's so welcoming to everybody and just says, "Don't worry, even if you're super introverted or you don't know anybody, you're gonna find a friend, I'm sure." And I feel like a lot of people, there were people that blind roommated with some people, like they had never met them and they roommated with them, and now they're like, it seems like they're friends for life. So I just think it's really, really cool. Yes, the $2 bet is my favorite. I It cracks me up either way. Either way, we all win. Yes, I think so too. And I think it's so cute. And it just makes me laugh every time we talk about it. I'm hoping to meet and take classes from amazing people I've watched on YouTube. It's amazing what you can learn from others in the group. We already have like several big YouTuber names coming, so I'm super excited, and I'm very interested to see who else decides to come. I know several of them have contacted me and said they're contemplating it, and they're figuring out if they can or can't. And I just think it's so wonderful that we get to meet these people that we see and we admire online, and that we like wait for their videos every week, and actually get to meet them in person, or we watch their lives and chat with them virtually like this, and then we finally get to meet them. And I mean, I know I fangirled several times this past year. I got to meet people that I've been following forever, and I think it's so wonderful. Oh wow, you're a booster seater too. I definitely am. I won't feel bad hauling my booster seat. Yay, another short person. There's quite a few of us that are short statured. Let me tell you, my seat usually goes down before it goes up, but this is like, uh, so my desk. I'll tell you a quick story. My desk that y'all are sitting on right now is actually on calyxes, the 4x4 cube organizers, kind of like this. But the 4x4s are under here. There's four of them, and then I have like a countertop that I got scratch and dent at IKEA on top of it. It was meant to be my desk, but my chair has to be like all the way up, literally all the way up for me to use it as a desk. And even then, like I have some ergonomic issues with it. So I sit on a pillow sometimes, but it's perfect standing height for me. Like what I sit at is also what I stand at. So that gives you an idea. If you haven't met me yet in person, once you meet me, go on to the photos. By the way, all the 2021 photos are up on the website now. If you go under, I think it's the about section, there's the photo galleries. You can see 2021 photo gallery. You can go there and see all the pictures. But there's several where I took some pictures with people who've been coming year after year. And you can see how short I am compared to them. And then some of them are short too. So that's still a comparison. So yes, don't feel bad about bringing your booster seat. Y'all got to bring and do what you need to be comfortable at So Magical. I'm just saying. Oh man, now I'm nervous about not being able to get a ticket. I'm not a planner. We take Florida trips with a week of planning, looking at bank account going, we good, kids in the car. I love it. Don't worry, the all weekend tickets will always still be available. I wouldn't worry about those. It's just the VIPs that will really sell out. We try to make sure we accommodate. The only thing is, classes and things like that, and we try to make sure the classes have enough seats and room in it. And we try to really pack that class schedule in every classroom as much as we can to make sure as many people can take as many classes as they want. And I think one of the best pieces of advice I've heard from some of our attendees is, even if a class that's sold out that you really want, um, even if a class that you really want is sold out, look at the class that's open. Take it. You never know. You might find something that you've now loved. One of the ones was the applique dreams, quilted applique dreams that Julie from Off the Wall Quilt taught. We actually had to swap that class in last minute because we had a teacher fall out last minute, and she so graciously stepped in and said, "Hey, I have this idea." It uses her rulers she sold in her booth. I was like, "Great, yes." And it was not the same class that was there before. So she came in and said, "I'm going to teach it." So some of people were like apprehensive. They're like, "All right, I guess I can't take the other one. I'll take this one." And people walked away there and they just loved what they made. They learned a new skill, and they learned a skill they'd never really had a desire to learn before. And now they love it. And now they're buying these applique quilting rulers, and they're doing all these really cool projects with it. So that's one of the coolest pieces of advice I've heard from somebody, is just take a class. Just take a class, even if you don't think you will like it necessarily, or it's something that you'd be super interested in, if you can't get into a class that's booked out. I've met so many people and really enjoyed how social the entire expo is. I never vended at another one like it. It's so fun. I'm glad you love it, Ray. I love when I hear that my vendors also love coming. I want it to be fun for literally everybody. The extracurricular activities like ornament swaps, wallet swaps, and all other swaps is a great way to meet others and partake. I totally agree with this. And there's that poll going on in the group right now for what meetups y'all want. The vendors are so engaging. They reach out and encourage you all to come out of your shell. Definitely agree with this as well. It's an amazing mix of structured and free mix activities. Everyone finds their niche. Yes, everybody finds their niche. And we're working to make sure that we have a couple more niches available for y'all. So we're really trying to reach out and make sure literally anybody in the sewing and crafting community can find something that they love and already know how to do, and maybe learn how to learn something new that they wouldn't have thought of before. You may be short, but you have a very tall presence. Oh man. My band directors from high school will agree with this. Okay. So Leah asked too, how tall are you exactly? You piqued my curiosity. I am 4'10" on a good day. I'm really like 4'9 3/4", but we round up, dang it. Every quarter of an inch counts. But yeah, when I was a marching band. I'm gonna show my nerd right now. In high school, I was a drum major, and Fran will get a kick out of this. But yes, I was. I always felt like, because I was so short, even when I was on the podium, I had to go like really big with my gestures, and my band director was like, "No, just calm down. It's gonna be okay. They can still see you. It's gonna be okay. You're tall. You're tall on the stand." So it cracks me up. I'm a planner. I've already got my flights booked. Yeah, Alex, you go. Man, that was quick. You were just saying the other day you were looking at them. I love it. And Jennifer, you can always be a class helper. Yes, I know a lot of our teachers are always looking for assistance and things like that as well. So that's wonderful to hear. She says, "Few wipes head. It's okay if anything. I volunteer my time again in D/Bash and hopefully don't make a mess of the system." We loved having you though, Jennifer, in the D/Bash room. You were wonderful. She's like, just like, "Do you need help?" I'm like, "Yes, please." And she just hop right in. On that note, we are going to have a volunteer application this year. So that way, if you do want to volunteer some of your time and help out in any way, we're going to have different categories and things like that. So that will come out probably around summertime is when we're going to open that up and start organizing all that as well, and figure out where everybody would get placed and fit the best. So yes, Jennifer, you crack me up. You and Alex going back and forth right now. I'm the same way. Have to have the plans. Plans have to be in place. The swaps would be so hard for me. My makes aren't that good, and it's hard for me to let go. I mean, we have people from all sorts of skill levels who participate in the meetups and the swaps. I wouldn't be too worried. And then there's different swaps for different things. So like you can even do something that's like that you feel maybe meets your skill level a little bit more, but definitely just partake in one, even if it's not even a swap, but that we have meetups. Like the Oka Roots meetup was a hit this past year. That was a hoot and a half. I'm like, oh my gosh, we're not gonna fit this many people in this room. And the amount of interest in that this year is crazy. But we had so many, and it was just so wonderful. Great time to try something new and step out of your comfort zone with a little cost or investment. Highly agree. Yes, Puerto Ricans. We're half Puerto Rican household here, so yes. We if anybody needs translators when it comes to Spanish. Um, let's see. Oh, I mean, Jennifer, you can totally sew. And for anybody that's flying in as well, if you don't want to bring your machine or you can't bring a machine because maybe you only have an industrial, we have machines that we can rent out. We do have a good chunk of machines. Several are still in the box. Like we only had to open a portion of them this year. So they're like barely used to brand new Brother pace setter machines that we actually bought from the sewing studio because they are amazing. And sewing studio also helps us during the weekend if there's any issues with the machine, so it's even better. And they but they're great machines. I know a lot of people use them for the peekaboo class and had no issues throwing through the vinyl and things like that. So just keep that in mind if you do have to come. We're working on a really neat new application on the new website that will hopefully be out here very shortly. We're working on an application for signing up for the machine rentals. So as soon as that's ready and ready to go, that will be released as well. So if you don't want to bring a machine, you're welcome to do that. You can do this, even a simple ornament swap. Yeah, and the ornament swaps aren't necessarily sewing based; they're crafting based a lot of the time. And the boozy swap is a hoot. And you just had to sew a pouch. I mean, it could be a simple drawstring pouch. Some people went complicated, some people went simple. Again, it's like a lot of these are very forgiving, and everybody just loves having something handmade from somebody else and just seeing the fun of passing it and what it looks like. It's all in the surprise. Alex wants to be a classroom helper for Lauren. Yeah, if Lauren teaches, I don't know, Lauren, are you teaching? Did you sign up to teach, Lauren? Kidding. Yeah, some of the swaps are Secret Santa style. You just put it on the table and everyone picks. Don't be shy. Yeah, some of them are like that. Some of them are more structured. They all kind of vary, but then as they come out, and then the cool part is all the swaps and the meetups aren't even actually like run by So Magical. They're run by y'all. They're guest led. So that makes it even more special and unique. Is it's really what y'all want to see and do during that weekend. Lauren's class was so fun. I'm glad you loved it. It was a lot of fun. I walked into both the daytime and the nighttime one. The nighttime one cracked me up. I loved it. You might have to rent a machine. I only have an 1181. I also have an 1181. I had to double check which one I had for a second. Yeah, but I have my little one, and I love my 1181. It's great, but definitely does not ship anywhere. It stays right where it is. It's a big old machine, isn't it? So yes, if you need a machine, you're more than welcome. We have rentals available. All right. Ask me anything. Anybody got any more questions before we wrap up? Y'all, we made it 2 hours. I guess I need to get back to doing these at least bi-weekly. Now that we have vendors, we're going to start doing the vendor spotlights on our wine and chat. Oh, goodness. Now we're getting the questions. All right, let's go. Is there transportation from the Orlando airport, which is MCO, to Gaylord Palms? Can't decide if I'm going to rent a car yet. I got a room for the 2nd through the 7th. Great. I'm glad you're staying with us at Gaylord. Gaylord does not provide a shuttle back and forth to Orlando International Airport. However, I have heard from many that they do car services like Uber or Lyft, things along that line, taxis. So I would definitely look into those. I know some people do rent a car as well. Keep in mind, if you rent a car, there is parking on your room as well. So just the different things to weigh, but Gaylord does not provide a shuttle service to the Orlando airport. It's we say it's about 25 to 30-minute drive between the two. So if you're at a hotel that's like 5 to 10 minutes, you see it here in Orlando, but Gaylord does not provide one, unfortunately. Gaylord does, however, if you're staying there, provide a shuttle to the Disney parks, which I believe is still going on. Again, it's something you have to check when you're staying there because it comes and goes with COVID policies and things like that. But last I heard, they were still doing it. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight, Lillian. Don't let the dogs give you the stink eye. I have to be up 3 a.m., so it's going to be good night. So great. Have a great night, Leah. It was great to have you hang out with us tonight. Michelle says to Carmela, I would Uber so you don't have to pay for parking. Yes, that is her suggestion. It just depends on what you're going to do and where you're going to go, and what you would need the car for the weekend. Jennifer's gonna buy her Juki 1181. Just gotta save up. Yeah, man, I saved up for a year to get mine. I was so happy when it finally came. How about parking again this year? Discount for those not staying. I know they even charge parking to their rooms. Yes, regardless if you're staying the night or if you're coming, everybody gets half off parking. If you're coming for the day or not staying the night at the hotel, you do have to stop at the check-in desk and ask for the parking card. And you do need one per day. It gets you half off parking each day. I can't give you the exact cost because the pricing does fluctuate sometimes. Sometimes it's higher, sometimes it's lower. I have no control over what Gaylord charges for parking. But we do make sure that y'all get the half off discount on your parking. Always try to help wherever we can with the costs. But yes, you do have to make sure that at the check-in desk, you ask for the parking card when you check in or before you leave for that day. Good night to everybody who's logging off for the night. I'm here. If y'all have questions, I'm still here answering them. Jen, congrats on finishing your top quilt. So congratulations. I'm glad we could keep you entertained while you're here working. So have a good night. Connie's super excited, and you guys do a wonderful job. I'm so glad to be part of it. And we're so glad you're a part of it, Connie. We love you. All right. Any other questions for me while I'm sitting here? I'm going to take a sip while y'all are asking me questions. I'm not seeing any questions. Are we all good? Do we answer everything tonight? I think everybody's getting sleepy and wanting to get off. Awesome. Off to bed. Wait. Is this Jess or is this Lauren? Who is this? Michelle, tell me who is talking right now. I'm dying of suspense right now. It's Lauren. Yes. Thank you, Lauren. Appreciate it. We love seeing new teacher applications come in. And we love when our vendors or potential vendors want to come and teach as well. It's always a great thing to see. Alex says, I'm excited to get to some magical expo and meet so many people I know only online. Yes, it's so great being able to meet all the people we talk to online all the time. Do we need to bring sewing notions to the expo? For the most part, yes. As we release classes, you'll be able to see what every class that you want to take entails based on what you need to bring and what's included in the class kits. For the most part, think the basics. If it's crafting based class, you might need potentially a glue gun and glue sticks. If it's a sewing-based class, think your basics with your sewing machine. Even if you rent a machine, you still need to bring thread. Just the basics. If you're going to bring your machine, bring the basics for your machine. And we kind of entail that in all the classes as well. And it's think of it like just what's the basics that you would need to sew with, and have that like that go kit. It's really great to bring neutral color threads, especially if you're getting a class kit. The neutral threads go a long way. Always bring spare needles for yourself. A basic cutting kit is key. Scissors. Sometimes the class descriptions will state like you need a rotary cutter instead, but things like cutting mats, don't bring those. We provide all the cutting mats. We have some rulers available, but if you want your own ruler, you're welcome to. We have a few irons in every classroom, but again, if you want your own like little portable iron, you don't want to share with others, you're more than welcome to bring your own. Just little things like that just to keep in mind as you see the classes come out and as you sign up for them. You will know what you need to bring. It's very clearly written, so just keep an eye out on that as it comes along. And yes, Michelle loves getting the teacher application emails. It always cracks her up. What about storage space this year? I know that was an issue last year. Yes, we're working on getting a larger storage space for this year for individuals to be able to check it in at the closet. Exact details on that is to come soon. We don't have the exact details on what that looks like just yet, but we are actively working on making sure we have a larger space. So again, all the details on that will come out eventually. But that's a great question, Jennifer. Yes, and Michelle's right. Lists will be provided once classes are released. Interface and pre-cut your fabric if you know what classes you're taking. Yes, some classes that don't have class kit, you need to make sure to read it. For instance, some of them might require you to have your fabric cut out and pre-interfaced, as she's referencing here, prior to you arriving. So make sure you look at those class descriptions, and we'll reemphasize this as class information and class signups start occurring. Yes, Carmela, I had just mentioned this. I'm sorry, I didn't read all the way. We won't have rental embroidery machines. We only have rental sewing machines. However, there are certain embroidery classes that are sponsored, and those classes do include embroidery machines. So, but you'll see that again in the class descriptions, whether it says if it's an embroidery based class or a surgery based class, if the machine is provided or you have to bring your own. And that's where you just have to decide, okay, if you have to bring your own, do I have a combo machine I can just bring the hoop and the attachment to, things like that. So we do not have any rental embroidery machines or rental sergers. We only have rental basic sewing machines that are heavy duty machines that do both straight stitch and zigzag stitch. So you could even use our rental sewing machines for clothing based class if you don't have a serger and things along that line. So I hope that answers your question. Awesome. Any other questions, y'all? There is no dumb question. Trust me. We get them all, and I'm happy and ready to answer them all for you. I'm finally getting to the bottom of the tea. Anybody else? I think we covered all the topics that I was going to mention. We talked about teacher applications, the awesome new vendors we have. Michelle's being ridiculous. Can I get a raise? Girl, you can message me afterwards. Gonna make me have a coughing fit here on live. We talked about the ticket giveaways that are going to happen on Sunday on both Facebook and Instagram for hitting 4K on Facebook and 1K on Instagram. We talked about Patreon. We talked about the ticket sales going on sale starting on Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, depending on if you're a Patreon or a general public person. And oh gosh, we talked what's everybody working on? Is there anything else? I'm last call. I see y'all dwindling down. Dwindling down. Michelle, you're entertaining Connie in the comments section over here. If those on YouTube who can't see it, she goes, just kidding. Love you. Sorry. She's literally just got filling the dead space. Is Expo 3 days or 5 or 4? It's a 3-day actual event. So classes and vendor hall and all the exhibits occur on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, November 4th, 5th, and 6th. However, on November 3rd, that Thursday, we have early check-in, which is a no-host social and a location inside Gaylord Palms where everybody kind of gets together. You can check in early, get your welcome bag and your badges and all that fun stuff early, and then you can chill and hang out and have food and drinks and meet people ahead of the expo starting. That's one of the, so it's 3 days, unofficially like 3.5, if that makes sense. A lot of people check in on Thursday night or Thursday, so that they're there ahead of time, and a lot of individuals check out on Sunday, or I'm sorry, on Monday, so that they don't have to check out during. So that's where you might see like some people saying they're going to go from Thursday to Monday is because of just convenience of checking in and out of the hotel and just really getting to enjoy Gaylord Palms. If y'all haven't been there, it's a beautiful, beautiful hotel. Will Gaylord have rooms for 11/3 open? Yes, when the new room block opens, we're going to have rooms open for sure from Thursday night, which is 11/3, till checkout on Monday, which is the 7th. I think I'm doing my math right. 3 through the 7th is when we have the biggest block opening. So yes, you can definitely check that out. I think the only other thing is we haven't really talked about is we do have the Saturday night party as well. That's getting planned. The NoHo social that happens on Thursday night with early check-in. We're working on something fun for a special Patreon time thing to do. Details to come. Let's see. I told my husband we need to stay at Gaylord, but he and the kids can't come. Can they? Yes, but can they really? No. That's on you. There is a water park there. And there's gator feeding, and there was a Build-A-Bear for the past 2 years. I don't know if it's going to be there again. There's so many events and cool things to do. So again, it's at your discretion. Do you want it to be a break away from everything and like a vacation? Do you want it to be family vacation? There's a lot you can do. I told my partner that they can come, but what do they do? So this is an Alex trip. That's awesome. I know a lot of people say, nope, this is just me and I'm going alone. And then you've got folks who like bring their significant others and they just chill at the pool, which is an actual water park. It's a water park. Like if you look at Gaylord sometimes, the name sometimes says Gaylord Palms Resort and Convention Center. 9 times out of 10, it says Gaylord Palms Resort and Water Park. Like it's huge. There's water slides. There's all sorts of really cool things. And the inside is just gorgeous. Like go look up YouTube videos of Gaylord. Go look at on our hotel tab. We have pictures of the web of Gaylord. Go look at our recap videos. Our videographer did a great job of capturing like just a snippet of the really neat parts of Gaylord. It's very cool. Oh wait, I did that one. If you're the higher tier, do you just register for the classes on the 12th and not the tickets? I'm sorry if I asked earlier. So no, none of the classes are open or available yet. We haven't even determined who's teaching or what the classes are yet. It's only the tickets that are opening up. That's it. So you can get your tickets now. The classes will open up in the next 2 months or so. It takes us some time to get through all the applications from the teachers, really make sure we're getting the best classes, making sure they're new, but maybe bringing back some of the old favorites that not everybody got to take, making sure there's variety and we fit as many in the schedule as we can. It's a whole process. So Yes, the classes come later. This coming week is just for tickets. It did look like an awesome hotel to stay at. It's beautiful, and the rooms are really nice as well. And we have a category in the room section now called the Gulf Coast rooms. Those are brand new rooms, by the way. I've never seen those available before. It's part of the expansion they did in the convention center, which is the coastal ballroom in the Gulf Coast area. There's like the Swanee rooms, Lafayette, like all the convention area is themed after Florida because we're in Gaylord Palms, right? And you can see that the Gulf Coast rooms actually flow into that convention area space. So check those out. Those are brand new rooms. And I know a lot of the other rooms had been refurbished in the past like 5 years or so. So it's a very nice hotel. Patreon spots opening up. I did mention this in the beginning. I'll quickly recap. Right now, no, but in the future, yes, with some changes to the tiers that are all better for everybody and potentially a new tier. So again, if you want all the extra detail, I would suggest like rewatching the first 30 minutes of Wine and Chat tonight. Hubby is coming with, and this year he's going to spend it at Universal and Islands of Adventure while I hang out with my friends at SME. That's awesome. Yeah, it's always cool to see like, yeah, you guys can have a family vacation, but still like split it up. My 12-year-old is a wonderful sewist, so she's coming along. That's awesome. I have 5 kids, so the rest can stay home. That's why I got extra days. That's really cool. I always love when people bring their kids and things like that. So really neat. We love getting the younger folks in and being able to start them young and get them inspired. Alex says, how close are the rooms to the convention center? It depends on what rooms that you get. The standard base rooms can be pretty much anywhere in the hotel. Those are the standard. Those are the cheapest rooms that we have. Emerald Bay rooms and the Gulf Coast rooms are the closest rooms you can get to the convention center. And they're guaranteed to be the closest rooms to the convention center. Like those are only open to the convention and expo type guests. So if you want to be close, you're going to pay a little bit extra, but those are the 2 sections. The closest one that I'm aware of is the Gulf Coast rooms, but Emerald Bay is fairly close as well to the convention center. So I hope that answers everybody's questions on those, but so they're the closest ones. I know Gulf Coast doesn't have an atrium view, I believe, but Emerald Bay does. So if you want to see the atrium, which I think is the coolest thing ever, I always love having an atrium view room. I know at Halloween time, if we're in October, we always get to see the Halloween light show. Well, we're going to be early November, and so there's really neat. There's still really neat decor during that time. They always have something really neat going on that's extra at the hotel. I'm sure this was asked already. Are more rooms opening up? Yes, it was asked, but I'll emphasize it one more time. This month in January, we're planning on having another large block of rooms open. So everybody can go hop on. We're hoping that we got enough rooms to cover everybody, but I cannot guarantee that they will not sell out. And I also can't guarantee that they're going to be the same price as they previously were, just because we are adding on to our room block immensely. Let's put it that way. So yes, more will be opening up here in the next few weeks. And it will be announced in the Facebook group and all our socials, and we'll try to make sure everybody's aware that it's coming when it happens. Just block the hotel. I don't know. In the next couple of years, it wouldn't surprise me if we get to that point. It's a very large hotel, but we never know. All right. Any more questions? I see we're dwindling down even further. We definitely went over the 2-hour mark. I mean, it's had to start off the new year just right? I'm happy to help, Alex. This is why we do the wine and chats. Try to give information as easily as possible to everybody. Some people like to read it. Some people like to view it in a graphic form. Some people like to hear it. So anything we can do to help, I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for the info. Hope you get better soon. Thank you. Appreciate it. Good night. Hopefully my tea will help even further. Yes, Jennifer, anytime. You're a godsend in D-Stash Bash, so I thank you so much. All right. I don't think we have any more questions, so I'm going to go ahead and sign off for the night. I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. Happy New Year. Happy 2022. I'm hoping nobody else gets sick and everything turns out better. Again, as we come up to the tickets time, I know y'all are going to have questions, so please feel free to message me, drop a comment, and tag me or Michelle on the Facebook group. Please tag us because then we'll definitely see it. But again, just have a wonderful time, and good luck to everybody this week on getting the ticket that you really want. I wish you all the best. Have a good night, everybody. Bye.